But he who dies in despair has lived his whole life in vain, meaning not only is life fundamentally suffering, problematic, chaotic, struggling in nature, but it's also always, for the most part, and in maximum cases, circumstances, situations, conditions that we face externally, societally, is meaningless, worthless, aimless, futile, insignificant, anyways, because all these battles, strugglings, sufferings, pains that we take, that we manage, that we overcome, that we conquer in our lives ultimately leads to nowhere and ends in nothing, but only breakups, betrayals, corruptions, backstabbing, and the basically intensity of pain increasing. And only in more pain, suffering do we end ourselves in one way or another. And obviously, the human condition, life, existence can be considered to be not only paradoxical, contradictory, counterproductive in itself, but it also almost always leads to more and more suffering, pain, chaos, tragedies, torments, anyways, even though we are not fundamentally wrong, even if we have actually said, thought, done, achieved, possessed, become nothing wrong, vicious, ignorant, arrogant in our lives, but still it leads to pain because the human life is fundamentally suffering. But he who dies in despair, disorientation, frustration, and other problems is not just because of his own life's sufferings or achievements, but because of his exercise and development of arrogance, ignorance, mediocrity, stupidity, pride, vanity, and all other negative qualities all the time, that he exercised them and became arrogant, not on the basis of talent, skill, knowledge, intelligence, character, but because of wealth, influence, validation, success, and fame that he received and possessed temporarily, that was conditional and basically material, external to him, anyways, and therefore unachievable. And if someone or a particular man dies in desperation, despair, frustration, disorientation, and a lot more unreasonable, unnecessary suffering, then he might have lived his whole life in arrogance. He might have always exercised, believed in, and developed ignorance, stupidity, pride, vanity all the time because of his possessions, wealth, education, status, pride, validation, fame, and essentially everything else that he got that made him arrogant and proud, vain, instead of humble, modest, decent, learning, responsible, careful. So that's the contradiction that we have to learn and be aware of it and protect ourselves against it. So